Hi, today I bring another video regarding recap of Seru test from the TPH handbook. So Seru test is essential for every driver who want to become a PCU drivers, private hire drivers. Okay, what is in the TPH handbook? Safety, equality, and regulatory information for London private hire vehicle drivers. If you need to do the practice of mock test, you can visit www.seruonlinetest.co.uk. Okay, now let's go to the TPH handbook. What is exactly inside the TPH handbook? Basically, TPH handbook is available on the TFL website. If you just write down on the Google TFL website Seru TPH handbook, you will get the same book like I showing here. So it is consist of the 10 section from the London PHP driver to the ride sharing. So you need to read thoroughly from the first section to the last sections. If you read twicely the whole Seru handbook, it will help you to understand the whole scenario inside the book. Seru assessment is computerized based and it is delivered by the TFL stop and examination hall. It will involve multiple choice question, nearly 17 questions, drop and place questions like fill in the blanks. You need to put 3 words on the right word, line blanks, and 3 words in the wrong box. It will be 15 questions or maybe 16 questions. And there is a two another questions. It is called statement. So they will give you the three options. You will read the paragraph. When you read the paragraph, after reading the paragraphs, you will be just mention which statement is the right one and which statement is the wrong one. So let's go to explore the more TPH handbook. So this is the I just visit on the TFL website. So it's clearly mentioned like earlier slides. I show the same TPH handbook. After this, there is an introduction regarding Seru test, what is inside and what is inside the TPH handbook. If you start reading from the first section till to the last section, so please keep in mind you must if you do not understand some area, you need to just get the highlighter and highlight them. If you start highlighting them the area, so you will be remember. Like you see, if you start reading from the small one, so you see here you must be age 21, so you should remember age 21 is requirement for the TFL, because if you 18-year-old, the TFL need 3-year-old license, so it's gonna be become 21-year-old. And maybe you get the another question same like MCQs. So who is providing the CRB check? So there's a many companies available who providing the CRB check, but for the TFL they need specific one. Now let's me take to check the how the like MCQs is look like. If you go to the, I will just bring today, there's a two mock tests I'll bring from the website, but I will show how the specifically the MCQs question will be look like. You see here I mentioned earlier you must be age of 21. So they're taking like a question like this. So you must be age 21, and here in a blanks, so they give you the three option 18, 25, and 21. So the right answer will be the 21. And the second question, like earlier I mentioned, if you after the 18 year, if you put 3 years, so it's going to become 21 years. So your license must be old 3 years. So you sometimes you do need to use the common senses and find out the answer from the same TPH handbook. And there is another way, because they asking from the drop and place questions here, like I mentioned 3 years, so you must be 3 year license must be 3 year old to get the PCO license. This is look like a MCQs questions for the first sections. It will be 17 questions and it will be take from the same TPH handbook. If you read thoroughly twicely, you will be get the marks. So now let's go to the second part, which is very complicated for the some drivers, because they do not know grammars and they're using the grammar skills, and it is taking from the same website, but I will be show you first the one question is like what is look like same like here. You can see the drop and place question I specifically create for you guys to understand how it's going to look like. So three right questions answer you need to put on the blanks, and the three wrong question you need to put on the pink places here exactly. So what is the mention to work as a London PHP driver? You will need to be licensed by TFL, then you can carry out the bookings. So you will go to the first one. You can carry out bookings. That one is gonna go bookings, yes. For a London private hire operator, because there's a many available in Manchester, the other area, but you cannot drive there because your license is only valid under London PHV driver, London prior hire vehicle drivers. Is the last one which will be licensed. So that's how you need to do an exam. There will be a 15 questions like this one, and the 2 questions they will be give you like a statement. So must sure it to do the same way I mentioned you here. Now let's do the drop and place questions. So you see, if you look to the same TPH handbook, these all three parts, like I mentioned, the first you will booking and license is taken from the same TPH handbook. So now I will take you to the website where you can do the mock test. It will be consist for the 5 question of MCQs and the 5 questions regarding the drop and place question. But please be in mind some area I will do mistake by purpose. I will not speak. I will just show the starting the test, and you will note the time. The time will be 5 minutes for the 5 questions. So the second section, the people draw are struggling it, and that's how they're failing it. So this is the website, and I like mentioned earlier www.seruonlinetest.co.uk where you can do the mock test. So this mock test is free, available on the site, so you can do it by yourself as well. So let's go to start the mock test for the MCQs. It will same like look like as the exam. So I will not speak later on, so you need to just read and give the answers. If you cannot read so quickly, so you can pause the video and read the question and give him the right answer. So in the first question they're asking for the 2 answers, so you just need to write the question like they mentioned clearly. This is the second question. Total time is 4:35 and 4 minutes 12 seconds is left now. So you see, they're asking you ultrazone imaging operator in London, and the purpose of to second option, yes, to help to improve the air quality. Let me help you out in some area. If I do mistake, maybe it's by purpose, because I just want to show you how this website specifically show you at the end of the test the result. Okay, here they're asking you like from the what age PhD driver must have a medical assessment every year. So if you read the TPH handbook, is clearly mentioned you must have a 65 years old, then you need to do the every years. And now they're asking you in the third question, the fourth questions, if for any reason your license is revoked, you must return your license TFL. So if you read TPH handbook, you will be understand how many days they will give you, 5, 15, 10 or 7. So if 7 is the right answer, that one is the fifth one. If TFL receive a complaint about you, TFL may write to you with the detail and ask for your comment. So here this question is clearly mentioned on the TPH handbook, and if you read you must do the comment on the anything. So you see here there is I done one mistake, and it's 80% marks I got. It's passed the first test, but where I done the mistake, it will show the system basically. You see here is mentioned I click on by purpose. It is not important, but it is important. We have to do comment on the whatever the, if the TFL send the letter, we must comment it on it. If we do not comment, it means that we are not professional and we are not following their guideline. So you must give him the answer. Okay, so the second part I will do where is the mostly driver failing the test, and I've seen couple of driver they came to me and they asked me and they done the practice on my side and the second time and they passed the test, and this the only reason they failing that is because of the drop and place question. So this one, if you do not understand, please just make him the video pause, read the question, and give him the right answer. I will just do by purpose some mistake. I will fail this test to understand why the driver is failing and what is the reason. Because the mostly driver is failing because they're running out the time. So the first question they're asking you, so see here you are by law to tell the DVLA if your address, you will then a new driving license with the new address. So here the first one I can help you. You are also required by law to tell the DVLA if you changed your address, you will then require a new license with your new address on it. So that's see how it's complicated is because if you compare with the second part with the first part is only like MCQs you're doing so quickly, and the second part you need a time to do like a little bit think on it about it. So that's what you need a requirement. So definitely you need to do a little bit practice. So for that, if you do practice, you will pass the test. So do the second part of it now. Second question, there's a 5 question for this one, but remember I will fail this question to understand what is the main reason we are failing the test. So by purpose I will fail the test. If you have any issue, just do by yourself, and later on just check it, pause the video and read by yourself. I will keep silent. I got 3 questions and 2 minutes 52 seconds. So just check the time. That's how what's happening with the drivers when they go to the second part. It seems to me I'm struggling with these questions, and I do by purpose because to tell you exactly what's happening with the drivers. It's 56 seconds, and I'm on the fourth question. So because means of the shortage of the time, I do not think now I'm gonna just push the answers and put in the blanks. So that's what happening with the drivers. Last time I got one lady, and she failed the test first time with the 44 marks, and she done the mock test, too much test. She done it, but still she needed a little bit time. And the day before yesterday, she came to me and I discussed with her the whole area where she is weak. So she was totally weak, and the second part, she was getting shortage of the time in a mock test. Even he was doing on this website, and she will get the. She got many websites online. She purchased too many courses online, and but she was still struggling on it. And I will explain to her why you're doing struggling on it, because she do not focus on the TPH handbook. So you must focus on the TPH handbook. So the reason I'm doing this one by purpose to make it a shortage of time. You see, I failed this test with the 53% marks. Why is that? Because lack of information. If you don't have the full information, lack of information, you will pass the test, and that's what I get to see here. So I done the first question rightly because I got a time. When I get a pressures on the last 2 3 questions, I got a shortage of the time, so I failed the test. That's the reason, because why I failed the test, because I got a shortage of the time. When I get a shortage of the time, you have pressure coming on the mind, so I'm running out of the time, and you're pushing yourself. When you're pushing yourself to do the question as soon as you can, if you have a lack of information, so you fail the test. So that's the only reason to just highlighting with you guys. If you do need more help, you can visit on the website. So that's what happening with the drivers. And the second part, shortage of the time and grammar mistakes. To improve your skills with the mock test, try it. If you do mistake by purpose, to I done by mistake all the mistake by purpose, to just highlight where they're mostly driver failing the test, and that's the only reason, because of the second part. So please try by yourself, or read the TPH handbook. If you're good enough in English, you don't need to buy any courses, and just do by yourself. If you still you need, so you're gonna go visit www.seruonlinetest.co.uk, where you can find out all the information regarding Seru test, and you can do there's a 3 courses available. You can see every week 50 to 55 students getting registered with this website and did pass the test. So it's totally up to you. Now is 53 students registered, so if you want to do, try it and you will pass the test. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Still www.seruonlinetest.co.uk. Thank you.